Okay, okie dokie. Hi, how you doing, guys? Welcome once again. In this video I'm going to talk to you about martial arts. So we've got another topic here about martial arts. For those of you who don't know and who are new to the channel, I'm not someone to boast. I'm not someone who boasts to be a great fighter or some very tough martial artist. I mean, just by looking at me and my physique and my skills or whatever, you'll see that anyway, right? And by the way, I don't know, by the way you see me, you'll see whatever you see. But sometimes looks can be deceiving, but I don't boast to be, this or that. I'm very humble in myself, but I have practiced martial arts for many years, since I was 12 years old. And martial arts has been the focus. I mean, literally a warrior way of life. It's literally in all aspects of my life, martial arts has influenced me in everything. I mean, absolutely everything that I do. The philosophy of it, the training of it, everything. And what martial arts is, apart from a philosophy, a way of life and health and wisdom, we want to avoid violence and all of that. It is still a warfare art, So I've been practicing, fighting the skills since I was 12 years of age, and working out and exercising, and then into fighting moves, and that's what martial arts is about. Martial arts is about health and self-defense. I've trained so many ways of movement, how to move, so many ways, as in regimented training properly under various schools. Well-known and respected teachers and schools. I've trained with various people. I've trained in the UK and in China with various teachers too, different kinds of styles. And I've trained so much, and I've read up so much. I've been reading all my life too, and watching videos about martial arts, and just training my own way too, and just loving the whole life of the martial arts. It's just my life. And as I say, the brief background on that was I started with karate when I was 12 years of age. Then I did kickboxing. Then I did various styles of kung fu up till today, up till this stage, now. But for many years I've not trained with a teacher. It's well over 10 years now since I've actually trained with a teacher. It's pretty amazing saying that. When I think about it, I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube though, and you can always get lots more information. There's stuff out there to look at on YouTube. Videos are videos. It's not the same as training with people, but you can still pick up a lot of knowledge. But you really be better to train with people, who know what they're doing, and then learn, and then train by yourself too. But the thing that's different to me, the difference between me and a lot of people is the amount of homework I've put in my free time training, and the amount of practice I've done by myself. I've practiced hours and hours in my free time constantly, for fun as well, like hobby, like in videos, and then behind the scenes as in proper training, working out each morning when I woke up, going out in all kinds of weather, different parts of the world, freezing conditions, tropical burning hot conditions, early hours of the morning in freezing snow, all kinds of stuff, in the pitch black. I've trained under all kinds of situations, small compact spaces, tight hot rooms, big open spaces, so many places I've trained with people, by myself. I've taught people, I've sparred with people, I've done kickboxing, as I say. I've done so much Wing Chun training with people, something I love to train, and I teach people what I know about Wing Chun too. I've trained weapons training, like martial art weapons. I've done forms and wushu and stuff. I've done so much in martial arts, karate katas. I've looked into things like other arts like ninjutsu and aikido and hapkido and anything from Krav Maga, and I look at things and absorb what knowledge is out there and respect that as well. So, wow, I respect it all. Shouting, everything. I respect all the martial art. Yeah, but I want to say, yeah, I've spoken about this stuff before. I've spoken where it's like in the martial arts, it's a way of life. It's a way of life. And it's for like health, and it's for self-defensive combat fighting, self-defense, right? Yeah, but it's like the thing is with the martial arts, right? Is I've always spoken about the need to understand like as such, like there's skills and forms and things like that, movements, forms, skills and things where they're formalized, like stylized stuff, but then like in real life you'll have to fight a different way sometimes. But I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to talk about that again here, right? Because there's a lot of deep-rooted, real stuff in the whole system of the martial arts, and it's all geared for reality, really. It's just a lack of knowledge and a lack of practice on one's own self-behalf, and the imagination as well, to make things work or to understand methods of how they could try and put things into practice. And then lack of training with people and stuff like that can let you down. But the thing is, the real point I want to say is talk's talk, chat's chat. I can talk on video here all day. A lot of people talk a lot of smack. These tough guys talk a lot of smack, and they're good fighters and stuff you see on YouTube. But the thing is, they'll show their muscles and their tattoos to me and stuff. But some of these people, they don't do the homework. They don't do enough. They do enough. They're working out. They do their training. But some people, they don't look into other arts, and they don't respect other arts and the fact that there's knowledge there, and they don't put that amount of effort. They might have done a few more reps at a gym on certain exercises and certain things, and it works well and it's good enough for them. But they've not put in the amount of effort that I put in, let's say, in some of my ways. I might not have done exactly what they've done, but it's like they've not done exactly what I've done. Kind of training, and I know a lot, and it's like when it comes to kung fu and traditional martial arts, there's so much you can learn. And what I was going to say, the point I want to say is, right, fighting's fighting, skill's skill, but the thing is, okay, in a real fight, whether it's in a ring fight or on the street, I mean, what's more dangerous? In a ring fight, you may be dealing with a trained fighter, obviously, you're fighting. But on the street, it's like, you could be fighting just some thug, but it's just so unpredictable still. Excuse me, someone, as I say, I'm a bit tired today, sorry, but it's like, sometimes someone could just like strike you at any moment. Someone could lash out, strike you, try and hurt you when you're least expecting it. If someone puts their hands up and says, let's fight, they're going to fight. But if someone just does it out of the blue, comes at you, I don't know. And if someone's got a knife, it can be much worse. Very dangerous. So there's no messing around. You see these videos on knife disarms and gun disarms and stuff. Just the other day I was watching a video with Master Wong, who was training with some people who I'm a fan of. I love support Master Wong. I like his character as well, but his training is fucking great. Like, a lot of people put him down and full of shit, but he's got a following as well. He's been going for years. I've been watching Master Wong for years and years. I don't watch all of his videos all the time. It's like a lot of people, I watch them whenever I can, but the thing is, right, I've got so much in my life I like to do as well. I like my creation. In my free time I like to work on art and animation and stuff. I think if you're just a warrior, only training martial arts and fighting constantly, it's like you'll burn out and you won't be as good. See, it's just like you train really hard for those years growing up, and then later on you don't let it slack and be lazy, but it's like your training develops a certain way and you develop a certain way, and anyway, you just keep regular training up and practice is what I will say. But anyway, balance your life out. Really. Now the thing is like that. The thing is, with Master Wong though, there was a video where he was showing some knife disarms and stuff, and you see a lot of videos like this with knife disarms and gun disarms. But let's face it, that's really, really dangerous. Really dangerous. You could really come unstuck or still get hurt. Now, I want to say that. I want to say this. Okay, that's the point I'm bringing up in this particular video. Let's get on to the point. I believe that really and truly in martial arts, in terms of fighting in life, if you have to fight for the defence of your life, there's only one way to fight. There's only one way to win, and that's to be dirty. That's the best, the only and efficient way to win. And what I'm saying by that is I'm more so speaking about the tactics. It's like the only way is like when the opponent's not expecting you to strike. That's the only way. So basically, cheap shots is the only way to win a fight, and all fighting is based on cheap shots. It is tactical fighting. Tactical fighting, being tactical, being smart, finding a way around an opponent's move to set them up, whether you're professional ring fighters or someone on the street. You're trying not to get hit. You're trying not to put yourself in danger. And what do? They come up with this stupid terminology where they say it's cheap shot. No. You don't want to get hit. And if you say, well, you're tough, you're going to take it, leave your face there, punch me, go on, let him punch you, and then you continue fighting. At the end of the day, I don't care if you've got bare fists or gloves or what punches you've taken deliberately or not. You going in the ring, you're going to expect maybe to get hit, right? If you're a fighter in your life, you might get hit, right? It's very likely you're going to get hit. So I don't want to say expect it, because that kind of puts fear in you. You want to be tactical to take out the opponent and not let him touch you. But the thing is, like, in lazy terms, you'd say, expect to get hit. I mean, you're probably likely to get hit, especially if you're a ring fighter on a regular basis or in the streets, But the thing is, like, if you get hurt, and it's stupid, it's dumb to put yourself in danger, risk getting hit, and then actually or even allow someone to hit you, right? You want to be able to move, cover up. That's what boxers cover up, Muay Thai, MMA. The same as all traditional martial arts, like I practice, like Wing Chun and that. We learn to cover and stop the opponent from hitting us, to avoid and duck out of the way in some way, cover, block, and then strike, and set him up with fake strikes and stuff. Fake to distract the opponent, to set him up, hit high so that he blocks high, then you hit low, or hit one side left or right, or hit low and he blocks, he moves and you hit the other way. You go a certain way, the other guy goes the other way, and you catch him with another shot. Boxers do it all the time too. So I mix my kung fu in with some boxing whenever I do the boxing part. But I'm not an expert boxer myself. I've done some kickboxing, and I'm trying to improve my punches, and that's why I got my punch bag. So I thought I'm going a bit rusty on the boxing part, so I thought I'd just get that bag and do some training on the bag, for kickboxing. You've seen in the videos, on top of my kung fu and stuff. I'm not great, but I do what I can. Yes, I want to say please excuse me. We need to catch up on sleep when we can. But getting back to what I was saying, so there's only one way to win a fight, and that's with cheap shots and being dirty. Now it doesn't mean look, it's always a cheap shot. You can't even say it's never a cheap shot, really. It's like, because look, even if you tell the opponent what you're going to do, someone's standing there, the guy's guard's down, you can see the opening, bang, you hit him. What? That's a cheap shot. That's on a human being trying to hurt another human being. And even if someone's guard's up and you say, right, I'm going to punch through his guard, a bit dumb, innit, right? I'm going to try and punch his arms off. You're still trying to hurt the person, no matter how you're trying to, even if you see the whole person as just a complete weakling, like he's a piece of plywood, and it doesn't even matter what guards he's got, you can go straight through him. It's a cheap shot. And we're always trying to avoid getting hit, set up the opponent and hit the open areas on it, and that's cheap shot fighting. So why bother putting yourself in a fighting situation? Why bother even getting into an argument with someone? Why bother even arguing with someone, or getting ready to fight outside in the street or anywhere? You could be anywhere, in a bar. I don't suggest fucking drinking or going to silly places, but I'm just saying, okay, you could be anywhere, or you could be in a ring fight. Why do it though? I know you want to challenge yourself and test your skills. Depends what kind of training you do in the schools, but then again, if you're not getting enough in there, then are you ready for a ring fight, or a real fight? Let's face it that way. And the ring's got rules too. And is your school, your martial arts school that you're training at, is that actually preparing you for a real fight? Are you preparing yourself for a real fight? What it's about? Not you paying money and waiting for the teacher to give you some magical thing. They're going to give you some training, they're going to show you things. Are they going to push you and give you good training, good sparring and stuff like that? Yeah, but it's maybe yes or no, but it's like, what about you as well? You're going to work it. And if you've got someone else to train with in your free time, or just by yourself, what kind of training can you do? Especially if you don't have someone to train with too. What kind of tactics can you work to make ensure that you are training, not to be invincible, but ensure that you are training fighting movements that can work in various situations, various manoeuvres and skills. combat training. It's like a soldier. What kind of combat training does he do? You know, do soldiers spar with guns in their training? Maybe some soldiers have some like rubber bullets, I don't know, some kind of bullet, but you know, you can't really spar with guns. It's like firing at each other. You know, if someone gets shot, you could be killed. That's it. But they learn to maneuver, and be able to fire that shot. So it's the same with martial artists, or good boxers, let's say. So when you're training on the punch bag with your boxing and moving around, that's almost like a lively soldier on his feet, firing rounds, firing shots, not getting hit, and every shot is not getting hit himself, but every shot is going to be delivered. You know? So when you fight, it's the same thing. It's like a katana sword, a samurai sword, or weapons. If you're fighting with someone in ancient days, the samurai, really, two samurai fighting against each other. Okay, they're looking for chinks, they're looking for holes in the armour. What do we say? They're looking for areas, vulnerable places, right? Smarts. The animals do it, man. Tigers and lions do it, hunting in the forest. But let's just say, right, two samurai fighting, whether they had armour or not, but they're coming at each other. And if one person gets sliced with that in the right place, that person could be hurt very badly. It can one shot, razor shot cut, your limb will be flying in the air. It will just kill you. So when they drew that sword, it was ready. They were out to fucking do it. They had to take the enemy out or be taken out, you know. And this is what it's like. You saw all that, the cowboys, you know, the old western movies with the old cowboys, and they used to turn around, pull their gun out and face each other. It was the who draws first, you know, I mean, they used to move, and it's just right in the middle of nowhere. Classic cowboy scenes, you know what I mean? I've got this rap music, this beat in the background that I made playing right now. It's like it's getting me in the Wu-Tang Clan kind of mode, martial arts, you know, theme and stuff. But, you know, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you know, but it's real, right? Deep stuff. So I'm just saying, martial arts wise, and that, yeah, you know, it's what it is. You know, it's for fighting. It's for fighting. So if you want to fight, what does that mean? You want to win. What does that mean? I mean, you want to survive. What does that mean? It means you want to get to where you're going. You want to be in the experience of your life with your own choices, not battling and dealing with trouble and getting into this and that. And you wouldn't get into certain scuffles. You wouldn't get into certain situations and be messing and mucking around, would you? So why bother getting into a fight in the first place and risk? Why get into a fight or into a competition of some kind where you're going to be challenged by it? You put yourself, like, you to feel big, like you got an ego. Do you feel good in yourself? You took on that person when you was like ready. That's just silly. Or in front of others to prove others. If people are egging on, it's like kids in a school egging on, cheering for the other kid who's fighting. It's childish. Adults doing the same thing, cheering for fights and paying money. Just for anything, just paying their life away like that, and they're hoes to the society of people. You know? They don't care. They don't care about real justice and what's right and morality and nature, what's real reality. So all fighting's wrong, but the fact is, if you've got to fight, if you're pushed to it and there's no escape and you have to fight, the best way to fight at any time in terms of fighting combat, the best way is to be unseen and do a cheap shot, be actually very efficiently and powerfully aware, take that opponent out. And how about this? Have you got it in you? Well, I mean, if someone was holding your head underwater, you'd be fighting very fast to get it up. That kind of determination, right? So have you got that kind of almost like that determination to like do someone in or really hurt somebody in any way? I mean, Mark, in certain ways it's like, oh my god, you've got to kind of really switch off. They say violence has no mind. So it's like you really switch off when you become a violent person for that moment. You do the violent act and you strike so hard like it's just a piece of meat you're punching. If someone had a knife, they could just cut like it's a piece of meat. They wouldn't feel that's a human being standing there with pain. So this is a very scary mindset. And what's really scary is you've got a lot of thugs in the world that go around carrying knives, guns. You've got police and army and people that train that, and they wouldn't think twice. It's quite scary how the human mind, human being can be trained to do certain things, to switch off that natural connection and understanding of like pain and certain moral things. You know, like, so you become immoral and you become violent in the moment, but it's like If you had to defend yourself though, to fight, to protect and uphold the peace, logically you'd want to really fight the most tactically smart way, so the opponent doesn't see you, and you're fast in that moment while the opponent's not looking, or did it wait to distract him, or wait for you already to be distracted. You're not going to tell him you're going to fight, you're not going to try and prove something. It's just about getting away. If he looks the other way and you run away, that's it done. If he looks the other way and you strike him, it takes him out. So your strike's got to do damage, right? And it's easy to talk about, it's not easy to do, but in terms of, not only in terms of the fear fact, having to pass that barrier of fear, risking it, but also and acting fast and accuracy, but also the power. You're actually able to do it. You might see an opening and you might throw a strike at his body. It doesn't even hurt him that much, or he just turns around and he's like, what? And he starts beating the shit out of you. So you've got to really be absolutely in with the intent to hurt someone. You want to win. So that's the short fucking straw, that's the short line on this. It's the final point, saying basically with martial arts, how to win a fight. You've got to be out of sight and bang, straight in. I mean, really, with intent when your techniques and combos. And the second thing is, I want to say, the main important thing is to avoid violence the best you can. Always try and avoid it the best you can in danger, and not be a coward. It's not about being weak, but stay safe and then try to train hard and stay safe. I just train hard, try and stay focused in your training and enjoy the training. Martial arts should be an enjoyable thing. The same as exercise, working out, and the fighting skills. Train well and enjoy the training. You'll get good at moving and controlling your body, mind and body. Calm, the energy, can turn on the energy when you need it. And in real life, you want to just stay focused in your real life, day-to-day activities, and then just have some hobbies and passion and do what other stuff, enjoy life. But you've got to put time in. You must put time into training. You've got to put time into working out and stuff. But then when it comes to the fighting movements, you've got to be scientific and work different ways of what techniques would work, in defence. But we spend our whole life, especially in martial arts, we spend years of training not only strikes, we train the defensive movements, and we always say martial arts is about that. Defence first, learning to protect yourself, learning to cover and all that. But it sometimes puts you on the defensive so much, it makes you feel like you have to be on a defensive mode, and we want to be moral, yes, so we don't want to attack first, and we're like, okay, so if someone hits me, then I'll do this and that. Is that going to work? Does this work? Does that work? Well, how about the motherfucker, so excuse my language, when someone's looking the other way and you just strike him? Anyone can do that. If you train good control of your movement too and your skills, you can strike as a martial artist. So there's two things there, defending and attacking. But it's all for defence. And are you under so much need that there's no escape really, to get away with it? Are you really under that much need, under that much pressure that you have to strike first? It's like a strike, what they've done to you already. If someone's kept you kidnapped or they're going to harm you, then you have to strike first. Maybe, but that's because you're under this pressure, so it's still justified as such in that way. But all fighting's wrong, Things to think about, right? What kind of fighting is not cheap shot? I mean, you're going in to do the opponent in, and you don't want to get hurt or killed. Take care of yourself and take care of your loved ones. Always do the right thing, or moral thing. Thanks for watching. Take care now.